Sometimes love is not about being seen together, it is about surviving the storm, even when the whole world stands against you. The story of Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan is not just about two stars rising to fame. It is a tale of emotion, loyalty, pain, and resilience. Their bond, once admired by millions, became a symbol of how love can endure even in silence. It all began in 2019, when both were cast in the drama The Untamed. No one could have predicted that this project would change their lives forever. On screen, they portrayed two souls bound by destiny. Off-screen, their connection grew naturally, quietly, and beautifully. Wang Yibo was calm, observant, mysterious, and strong. Xiao Zhan was warm, radiant, and kind-hearted. Their differences created a balance that viewers could feel even without words. Every interaction between them, whether in interviews or behind the scenes, carried a spark that fans couldn't ignore. When The Untamed was released, it became a global phenomenon. Millions around the world fell in love with their story. Their characters, Lan Wangji and Wei Wuxian, became icons of courage and love beyond rules. But what truly captivated the audience was the chemistry between the actors themselves. It felt real, raw, and unforced. Fans began to call them Yi Zhan, a symbol of unity between Yibo and Zhan. Edits of their moments together flooded social media, fanfictions, and art celebrated their bond, and interviews were analyzed frame by frame to find every hidden glance and smile. For many, they represented the beauty of a connection that transcended gender, fame, and expectation. But with fame comes scrutiny, and soon, the light that once shone on them began to burn. In early 2020, everything changed. The so-called 227 incident became one of the biggest fandom controversies in Chinese entertainment history. A misunderstanding spiraled into chaos, and Xiao Zhan found himself at the center of public backlash. The internet turned against him, sponsors pulled away, and his social media was flooded with hate. During those dark days, Wang Yibo remained silent. He did not speak publicly, and that silence split the fandom. Some accused him of abandoning his friend, while others believed he was protecting him quietly from behind the scenes. Those who truly understood saw something unspoken in that silence. Yibo was known for his reserved nature, someone who rarely expressed emotion publicly. To him, loyalty was not shown in words, but in actions unseen by the world. While the public searched for a statement, he offered support in subtle ways that only the observant could notice. As time went on, both men continued to work hard, separately. Xiao Zhan took time to heal, staying out of the spotlight for months. When he finally returned, he carried himself with grace and quiet strength, as if reborn from the ashes. Wang Yibo, meanwhile, poured his focus into his career, building his name as a dancer, actor, and racer, but something in his eyes had changed. Though they were no longer seen together, small coincidences kept appearing. They endorsed similar brands, wore similar styles, and sometimes even used the same phrases during interviews. It was as if fate kept linking them in invisible ways. When asked about The Untamed, both would smile softly, eyes filled with unspoken nostalgia. Their expressions told stories that words never could. Fans noticed everything. They remembered how they once laughed together, teased each other, and protected one another on stage. They remembered Wang Yibo's quiet gaze whenever Xiao Zhan spoke. They remembered Xiao Zhan's fond smile whenever Yibo's name was mentioned. But time is cruel to those who love too deeply. The entertainment world moved on. Both men continued to shine in their respective careers, yet the distance between them remained. They were like two stars in the same sky, close enough to see each other's light, but forever apart. And still, the love story lived on, not in their words, but in the hearts of those who witnessed it. For their fans, Zhan was never about confirming a romance. It was about believing in connection, the kind that defies explanation. A bond that could not be destroyed by rumors, hate, or distance. Even years later, during concerts and fan meetings, their names were still chanted together. No matter how much time passed, their story refused to fade. Some called it friendship, others called it fate. But perhaps it was something deeper, something neither fame nor fear could erase. In an industry built on appearances, they showed the beauty of authenticity. Their relationship, whatever it truly was, reminded people that love takes many forms, sometimes loud and public, sometimes quiet and eternal. Wang Yibo once said in an interview, "When you believe in someone, you don't need to explain it to anyone." Xiao Zhan once said, "The people who truly understand you will stay, even in silence." Maybe those words were more than coincidence. Maybe they were pieces of a truth that the world was never meant to hear. Today, their names still echo together. Their fans still hope for one small reunion, even if just a glance, a smile, or a shared memory. But even if that never comes, their journey has already written itself into history. Because their story is not about labels or outcomes. It is about love that survives without needing to be declared. It is about two souls who met in a world that misunderstood them and still chose kindness over chaos. Love against the world is never easy. It demands patience, courage, and sacrifice. But sometimes, it is the quietest love that lasts the longest. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan may walk different paths now, but the memory of their connection continues to inspire millions. They remind us that even in pain, there is beauty, even in separation, there is strength. And maybe, just maybe, in some unspoken way, they are still walking side by side, not for the world to see, but for themselves to remember. Because real love doesn't always need an audience. It just needs two hearts that never stop believing in each other.